Here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 51 yards. On first down, Dickerson. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great 15 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 90. Wolf. Mike 91.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now.
Check him out. Check the call. Check the call. 91 is the most.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Let go.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You go tight.
On 2nd down, Johnson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
It's 4th down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Kill.
Now Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Complete. It's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Okay, baby, let's go.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Wilson throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey. Bang out.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Check Mike 54.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Right there, 54 Mike. I got him. Switch.
On first down, Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 33 yards that time. Wilson will throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Check. Check. Good on. 26, check 23.
Tighten up.
95. Right.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson flush to his right. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Watch the run.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike.
Back to throw. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught at the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Watch 8-9, watch 8-9, it's yours.
Johnson running right.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Hey, Echo. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. 87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
70, Indy.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't.
Go.
Let's go.
Second and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
3 down.
3 down.
Hey, Foxtrot. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Watch the screen. Watch it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 4-yard line.
Let's go.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Chopper. Hey, Alpha. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Here we go. Ready?
Second and 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah.
Intended for Vernon Davis. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 4.
Ready, break.
What is the mic?
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Vernon Davis. Incomplete. It's now 4th down and goal.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
All day, baby, all day.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
91 is the mic. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Check 91. Hey, exit. Mike 91. Now.
2nd and 11. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Now it's hit carry for Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
All day. I'm coming after you. Orbit. After you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Larry Fitzgerald. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
Hey, Delta.
They'll try and throw for it.
Man, I got you.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Slam, slam, slam.
Throwing is Wilson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Mike 91. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Let's go get it. Do your job.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Take a shot, but it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
I'm coming after you.
91 is the mic. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
4 down. 65.
They'll run on 3rd down with Falk. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
3 down. Check 91.
He'll look to throw.
Switch up.
Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Switches.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Oh, now he bowls him. And now look at him go. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards. Pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm trying to collect.
Check, check. Lock, leave him. Easy.
They'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Back to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
Here we go.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
This time Wilson will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Packers are going to win this football game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. One last shot for Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! Sack, baby!
And And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Minnesota, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a rare loss for them as they fall to 13-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.